Hello guys, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn about inline functions in C++. Okay, so let's get started. Inline functions are those functions which will expand inline when the function is called. So when you call a function, it will expand there only, it will not go to its place where it is written originally. Let me explain you. So this, as we all know, that in main memory we have three sections: heap, stack, and code or main section. Okay, in this main section, main function will be there. Okay, so main function is there, and I have create a object test t. Then we'll call a function fun1 which is inline in which class? Test class. I will tell you that how it is inline in test class and how fun2 is a non-inline. Okay, so fun1 will expand after the creation of object. When you will call fun1, then the fun1 will expand here only. Its its line of code will be written here only. When a compiler will execute this program, then it will come to test t, then and after that it will come to t dot fun1, and after that it will it will show it will execute its line of code here only. Okay, like test t is there, test t is there, and then t dot fun1, and the line of code of fun1 is cout inline. Okay, so compiler will take like this. Okay, it will execute like this, and then fun2 will be called. Fun2 will go to there where it is written. Fun2 will go to this and will show the output what non-inline, because it is not inline, it is not written in the class, but it's written outside with the help of scope resolution. As you know that when we have to write a function outside the class, then we use scope resolution operator for that. So fun2 will show its output non-inline, and uh, the fun1 will show its output inline. Okay, so basically inline functions are those functions when a function is called and it is written inside the class, and when we call that function and it will expand there only, it will not go to the section where it is written originally. Okay, so this is the benefit of inline functions. Yeah, it will consume your code size extra. Okay, and too much use of inlining will cause code bloat or even thrashing in your code. So don't use it that much or that much. Okay, always you use it in very less. Okay, use it very less. Right, I'll tell you by writing a code. We will write a code by which you will understand. Class test. Okay, public, where will here a function fun1 in which cout. See, it is an inline function because it is written inside class test, and when this function will call, it will expand after the object creation, and compiler will execute it very easily. Okay, fun2 will be called, and we write fun2. See, we can also make non-inline functions as inline function, but that will be another topic, and I will discuss it in my next class. So just focus on what I am telling you in this video, that what are inline functions, what are non-inline functions. I will also tell you that how can you make a non-inline as inline. Create an object class testy. Okay, then you call t.fun1. Okay, this function will be called, as you know that line of code will be shown here only, and t.fun2 will go to its original base where it is written. Now let's execute this. Let's give a line. It will show you the output. Just see the output. See, inline and non-inline. Got it? This function is inline because its code will expand here, and fun2 will go to here and execute this. But fun1 line of code will expand here and execute here only. Okay, so don't use too much inlining, as I told you that it will cause thrashing. Okay, I hope that you understand about what are inline functions, what are its advantages, disadvantages. Okay, so that's all in this video. Now we will meet in my next video, in which I will discuss about further topics in C++. So until, goodbye, take care, keep learning. Okay, tata, goodbye, goodbye everyone, goodbye.